Hi everybody and welcome back to a new episode of Hunt for Prototech. Yeah, that was the one. Well, last episode we built this little cabin here and it is healing me as we speak, which is the entire goal of it because last episode something terrible happened. Yeah, we blew up. Yeah, that was and not something just blew up. No, our survival kit was completely, well, 99% destroyed. There's one medical component left in the entire thing, which is not good. Especially if you think that, where do we respawn? Like, this is the only place we can get any health back, which is extremely slow. It only goes to 70 apparently. Well, that we found out now. And, well, where do we respawn? Yeah, and charging we do on the chairs around the base now. Well, this is the only chair I think around the base, well, apart from this one over here, because our rover we finished last episode as well. Yeah, that is the problem as well, because how do we even get this rover on the grass or whatever this is? I don't want to build a ramp, so let's just hope we don't die. You see both sets of wheels turn. But I don't know why they are not driving. Oh wait, it's turned off, of course. Oh, no? Okay, now I'm confused. It doesn't work. Strength to like 20%. Speed limit not 180 because that's gonna crash my thing with no excuse. They are turned on. So why is my thing not getting power? My wheels are not driving. I'm confused. Like, it's turned on, I know. That's definitely clear. What is preventing them from working? Are the wheels turned off? No, the wheels are on. It's not the main cockpit problem. Oh my goodness, no. It's a control seat, right? Okay, yeah, I did the override, but it was a park, so it didn't work, and then the override didn't also not do anything. So now it works with 40 minutes of power if we drive full speed. So this thing looks horrific, to say the least, but it does do its job, and well, the only goal this thing has is to drive around the place with hoping to find some resources. Spaghetti cruiser. At least find like niter or something. Yeah, and of course bauxite and cobalt. Without all these things, we cannot really progress anywhere else because everything else takes grids and aluminium plates pretty much. Well, not everything else, but a lot of things do. Yeah, if we can't find those resources, then we can't do much. We need to be close to the nickel so we know where our base about is. And I did still not make. I still didn't make a marker where it is. I still have to hope I can find it back. Well, not really hope. I know it's near the nickel, so like 600 meters away, 200 meters away from it. So you should be able to see it once you're 200 meters from nickel. And nickel should be behind you to the left if you drive towards the base. So well, this is a beautiful area as far as I can see stuff. It is a lot more hilly than I expected. And the big problem I have is that my power is a lot more problematic than I expected. Like the other one had like, for some reason, with pretty much the same thing except for like the gyroscopes, they take so much power. Then I'm gonna turn them off. Okay, the fog is subsiding, so we may be able to spot a boulder or two. Or just a patch of ore somewhere around. We are on a hill. Also, I made the wheelbase very wide and long, so now it can't tip back. And it can't go to the left and right. Also, it is not the gyroscopes who drain any power. I don't know what does. Because there's nothing else on this thing then. Oh, wait. Lithium battery was less power than the alkaline ones. Because it wasn't charged. I need to figure out how to charge. Yeah, I need to figure out what to do with the charging. Like, it's a beautiful area. I cannot disagree with that one. It's very flat, so it's very drivable. That I'm so thankful of. Because before we get our miner, we have no other choice than to drive. Because we have no jetpacks. Until we get a miner, we have this as the option. And I don't want to completely ditch driving. Once we get a flyer, I want to kind of mix them together. Maybe a bigger rover that can carry the flyer once we drive around the area, because it's huge. And then use the flyer for like the mining bit and like for harder terrain that's harder to traverse, like this mountain over here with the rover. It does, or they are plants, or it does plants. Damn, oh, there were boulders. I don't want to get too close. Like Greggies always form like, or Greggies often form closer to mountains. Hey, that's a boulder. That's nice. It's a nickel. No, that's less nice. Also, now I can do this without tipping forward. Like I was always scared to do that one. Once you go above 10 meters a second. Because it was so short, it tipped forward. So it was great. Great driving that thing. At this point in that game, it's completely drained of power, so it doesn't work anymore. It's still there, but it is not working. I'm not too bothered by it. It's very small and it's in the corner, so it's not in the way. If this thing is a lot bigger, and I may also chuck it into a corner without ever looking back to it, but I may recycle it. Depending on the resources that was a boulder, right? Yep. That's also what I want to the left there. So if we keep that one in mind, we go there after this one. Oh, and there's 3 boulders in this area. That's another iron boulder. That is really nice. It's just because we have a lot of nickel, silicon, and copper still left, and we have no iron, pretty much. I also use the Latin words for most of these things. Like, I don't know what the actual word for iron is in Latin. I know for gold and silver is agentum and augentum. Augentum is gold, agentum is silver. So yeah, I never really got a chemistry class. I pretty much dropped it once I could. I kind of regret it because I want to do things later that have sort of to do with science and chemistry. So yeah, more nickel. But I found like something that's exactly in the middle of it. I don't need it, but I can still do it. Isn't required for the study or the job, so I can still do the study without having to go back to school to learn chemistry and science. Which I'm happy about. Of this thing, because it has two wheel steering, it steers very fast. That's also why I made it a wider wheelbase, because I know I'm gonna tip it over when I have it only as small as I could. And it is not needed to get into a small hole anyways. So the size doesn't really matter. I make it as minimalistic as I can. It has no more armor blocks than I think is required. Also, I want that thing. This could have very good resources in it because of the lower rate of steer system. I need to find some more iron boulders, like a gold boulder and a copper boulder. Or just underground, those things of course. Or gold, silver. Silver is the most important actually. I need to have a respawn point. Like, without it, I'm never gonna be able to survive it and keep that base. I'm going to die, I know it. I don't know when. I'm going to die. I hope I only die once I have found the silver and made a respawn point. Because, well, I'm not a fan of dying without a respawn point and spawning on a random ass place on the planet again. Probably like 100 kilometers away from this. Maybe 30 kilometers, walking 30 kilometers. Walking that, it takes 3,000 seconds? Yeah, about 3,000 seconds. That's almost an hour walking. Non-stop walking. If you have a mountain you cannot cross walking, you have to go around it and you're going for even longer. Because that walking is in a straight line. And probably it's more because the plants are small and curved, so UTMC habitation pod. I think that means what it says. Hab pod. Like, is it a little living dome or something similar? I don't want to get close that it attacks me. Like, they may seem white, but that's a bug. I don't know why it is here, but even Assert seems white, and Assert's always hostile. Especially, at least at the beginning. Maybe you can befriend Assert somehow. But they are hostile at the beginning, and I don't know how to fix that one. I do see something similar to a boulder over here. Yep. So yeah, I don't want to get in the fight with Assert because, well, they may not have very good drones, but they have good ships, and if they get too close, you have a problem as well. But yeah, UTC is more likely to attack with their capitals. I have noticed, like, Ashford mainly sends drones and the capital floats overhead. But UTC actually just sends their capital straight into the fight. It's like a habitational part, yes. Don't want to get too close. Oh, that's nice to see. Now I want to try and avoid a conflict, and I hope that no Astrid base spawns near, because they have a lot of not a lot of interior turrets, but without anything that can shoot them, they are pretty deadly. Oh, that's a buzzard. That's Astrid. I thought it was Astrid. I don't know for sure. This isn't a drone, so. And the Astrid in front of the name is gone for most of the enemies. I don't even know if there's even an asteroid ship flying anymore. Because, well, it doesn't say anymore. Maybe the mod is broken because of UTC? Well, it's so heavy broken because there is research places and observers. So it should work. Maybe the drones just don't spawn and the ships. At least I have not seen them for a while. The cache key is I think the cache key is not acid, right? Is it? Doesn't sound like something Splitsy would name something. Like Spaghetti Cruiser is something he would name. Oh, there are so little boulders. And there is nothing on the ground either. If there were, I would have already noticed it. Yeah, I'm not driving a big distance with this thing because it's, for one, slow, and two, I only have so much power, and I wish to try and keep as much power in reserve to use to drive back onto a connector to charge this thing. Because well, only one thing can charge, but it's still one thing, and that thing is enough. It's the same as 5 of the alkaline ones, which is great. It has lower output, but it has... I don't need that output necessarily. I do. They are surprisingly taking surprising amount of power. Oh, maybe that's the same thing as the cost of the resources, because the resources last episode became significantly more expensive after my survival kit blew up. Like, a plate was 0.3 and after I came back it was 1. It was more than 3 times more expensive. So I'm wondering, does it the same apply to power consumption of wheels? Because it's like the 70 minutes already seemed like a very low amount, since I had like a similar thing to this, only a little bit shorter. For the rest it was almost identical. And it had like a 30-minute timer. This thing only has a 70-minute timer. And also, if I gave full power, it didn't reach over 20%. This one does reach 70%. There's only one that puts out a little bit less power. So yeah, I'm a bit worried. If you don't understand. Well, I see it on a signal. I'm going to get closer to it. Because, oh, look, it's not that ball. I thought this is ball, no. It's not that ball. Hello. Thank you for the boots. Ugly ass rainbow boots. Don't like the rainbows. More lithium power cells. I always like those. And of course the rarer resources that these things hold as well. Well, it's not rare. It is rare for me. Difference. And it's foggy again, so I can... I may just go back. As well, foggy, I can't see much. I don't want to drive off the cliff, if you understand. Get that. Oil sand! Let's keep cruising a little bit, because it's a huge... GPS. Like, there is no shorter word for it, I think. Fever vein. I think there's no boulders with oil sand, but I'm still gonna write V. So I know what is a vein, what is a boulder. There's nothing behind this boulder, and there's something behind it is a vein. The V behind it is a vein. Also, these things you can't grind down, so if they are on the place of your base, you have to somehow go around it. You're gonna be having to build around it somehow at some point. Don't know how I'm gonna do it and make it look very decent, but we'll see. So I was really close to this oil sand. It is also a very small little area, apparently. I'm driving straight towards the cliff, am I? Um, let's see. I don't want to drive down it because I don't know how to get up it. I don't want to die. I've not been here yet, so maybe we find something good. That's about it. Also, let's go to the ice boulder and the iron boulder and mine up something because we have a whole container and we have nothing in it. And well, we need ice and iron. Ice we need for our hydrogen for the ship we're gonna build. I hope this episode, and maybe a next episode. That's a meteorite with uranium, and that's ladies and gentlemen, is why I turn on meteorites because it is uranium. It may be very little, and normally you would say, "Oh, uranium is overpowered," and in this game, but it's not. You need uranium to progress. So, sure, I could go for spaceships first and then go for uranium. Also, not all things are actually have look. It's gone. I have 0. Sometimes it just shows, but once you start mining, it's absolutely nothing. It's a bit of a lie, but oh well. Gives you some false hope, always fun. The bauxite was real. Also, I saw ice 200 meters this way. Is that a boulder or is that another meteorite? I wouldn't be able to tell you what it is. Okay, it's a meteorite, and ice is always welcome, especially since I have that is not ice. Not a lie. Especially since I'm gonna build a hydrogen miner, and that needs a lot of ice. Like 40k ice is decent. And there's not really a location to mine ice apart from that boulder and everywhere on the grass, which is not a good place either. Another meteorite with ice. You do have ice? Well, maybe. No, it doesn't seem like it. That's so disappointing. Why are these all lying? Normally it's like one in so many that has the problem, but this is constant. Well, let's go to the iron boulder, and we can see again. And it's also night, so the visual is also gonna disappear very quickly. You're way too far away. Let's place you right next to it. Also, going from the top means that nothing rolls away. Gonna like get this, and then we're gonna leave for the ice boulder. How much do we have? About 6,000 liters from 10. That is fair. Okay, the ice boulder is right around here. Yep, 300 meters. Now it's a lot heavier, so it's a lot harder to break and all that. At least it doesn't tip back like my last one. I learned. I'm learning more and more about this game. I'm only 900 hours in and I'm still learning, and I still am almost a noob in most cases. Well, that's a silicon, my friend. Oh, this is not ice. Have you changed? I swear it was ice. I swear. This was not silicon. Well, that's a problem. Because, well, uh, uh, Now we need to get all the ice from underground. That's not good. Gonna get a lot of stone along with it, which is a very slow process. Oh no, this is not positive at all. Only 9 minutes of power. That is not good. That is not good. Let's drive towards our beautiful ramp. Beautiful, luxurious ramp. Drive backwards a little bit and park. Well, our dreams of ice and nickel close by have been crushed. Love that. That's not the right one. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Lot of computers, some advanced computers, more lithium, so we can place more lithium batteries. And you are a cargo ship from UTMC. That's a long ass cargo ship. Like you're 4.6 kilometers away. You're long and thin. No, not that. Long and thin ship, like how do I say that? Help! Oh, I don't have power. 2 megawatts each. Die smelters. Oh yeah, that is iron, my friends. That is the iron we need. We need hundreds of iron, and this is the way. We only have 1,000 more iron right now. We already used about 1,500 iron. Or I'm gonna be getting around 10,000. I am guessing. Around about 10,000 iron from the iron ore. The stone will give more as well, so let's say 1.6, 1.7k iron we should be getting, if I'm not mistaken. That's from all the iron also in the other smelter, which is not running because we don't have the power. So this episode is gonna be that's gonna be the next one. This is gonna be about this. We already have 37 minutes in because we were scouting for cobalt. We didn't scout that way apparently, not at least not a lot. So next time we go get that way. That's next episode. Like, let's say half an hour per episode of scouting for like the next 2 episodes. Fair? Yeah. Unless we don't want to anymore. But this thing needs to be placed down correctly, so we need some aluminium plates. Oh no, they are oh no. Well, that is so great. Well, that went from hard to get to completely impossible. Oh no. Same goes for the steel plates. We need so much. This is not gonna be fun. Let's place you here, because this is gonna go. Yeah. Then we need to build you. And you 5 displays. Oh. Okay, so for this to be actually working, we need this thing. So 6. Right there. It doesn't need glass. Oh no. Give me another 100 or something similar to that. Come on. Before we continue, let's get... Okay, we don't need more aluminum. Good, then we can continue. Okay. We have that now. Okay, now we need to tap into this one. Need a lot of computers. So glad. Okay, we need. Which one is it? The ceramics furnace. Well, that thing is big, and oh no, we don't have the grids. Oh, we're still stuck. We can get something set up for this, but we cannot finish it. Ah, great stuff. Love to see it. Not really. Why are we having more than we can? Oh my goodness. In there. And in there. Then we go down. We have enough to do this. And then go up and get a rotor. The advanced one, right? Or am I? Is there a huge rotor? Prototech. Damn, 600 panels. What's the most expensive? Oh my goodness, 1400 superconductors for a jump drive. Ouch. This one is the most expensive. The railgun. That is clear. Clear as day. Railgun is hella expensive. Never gonna be able to afford that one. We still haven't put a rotor in our hotbar. Where is it? Here. It is right here. Go. And then attach. Medium. No, small. Oh, that is very cute. Let's see. Plates. Oh, the construction component. Nah, not that much. We do need steel tubes. What else do we need? Four motors, so construction components and some normal computers. So, like 10 of these, 100 of these, and 100 of these. Oh no, we're not gonna have enough. It's 100. Give me my wires so I can place them here. Well, okay, we only need our construction components now. That's more important than the computers at the moment. We need a lot of construction components for this one, like 100. A lot of motors, like 3, just how nothing, and a lot of computers. That we do need a lot of. Also, we finished this. Never mind. Wait, how expensive? What, huh? Oh, we are out of iron. Oh my. Oh my days. Oh, that doesn't help, does it? That sort of does. Like, 4K? Seemed like a good number. Oh my goodness, it fills up the entire... Good one. Okay, we have our construction components. So we have our rotor done. It is now also transferring power. As put in the basic computers and construction components in this one. We have a small 10 minutes of video left, and in small 10 minutes I should be able to get at least something running, I hope. I promised to have this one finished, but we need this place, and for that we need this stupid thing, which is not buildable unless we get cobalt. Nice one. Because now we have problems all over the place. Oh my goodness, no more computers. Heating elements, yeah, metal grids, we need 6. And we need more construction components, yay. Oh, look forward to that one. We have no... Wow, they are going fast since that price change got implemented so abruptly. Ooh, you are really close. So I'm gonna try and take you down because that's more lithium power cells, which is more lithium batteries. But maybe I can put one in my flyer instead of... Damn, did you just crash? No, you're still going to... Okay. It really seemed like it just crashed straight into the ground. I don't think that's what it's meant to do. Well, we need more computers. And we need more of these as well. Nice if you are just not having enough of anything. We need this place. Oh, we need glass first, because this places are made in here, and the glass is made in there, and for that we need cobalt. So next time we're gonna get for cobalt, because we did do quite some bits. We did find a lot of resources. It mostly was all duplicates, except for the oil sand. That one was decent. We did find out that our nickel was silicon and our ice was silicon, but I thought they were the nickel and ice that I assigned them. Apparently they were not. So yeah, or I'm crazy, or the game just bugged again and changed them. I would say it's the second one, because, well, it's Space Engineers 1. Let's go for the elements. So yeah, this thing is practically done. That thing is practically done. The only thing is that are missing is cobalt. Cobalt does have a surprisingly high yield in this game. That's just probably because later things require cobalt to be made, and you need lots of them. More than you need metal grids like in heavy armor. I think, I don't know. They try to balance it. I think that's how they balanced it. I have not real knowledge in that one, because, well, I didn't make the game. But I'm getting there, and, well, it is definitely slow. But that's always in this mod pack. This mod pack is not like other mod packs where you just say, I plop a assembler down and a refinery and we have everything we need. No. Here you need a plate stamp, a wire drawer, an extruder, a micro electronics factory, a ceramics furnace, and that's just the beginning. Those are basic things. Oh, we need a smelter for some resources, and we need a refinery for other resources. So that is also double up. So yeah, more space for pretty much the same thing as the normal game, and more difficult recipes for everything. Okay, yeah, let's round it off here. So yeah, it's night again. like always. It's always night. I don't know why. Our vehicle works. It just is already draining on power, so that goes great. Our dweller array, which I promised would be done today, can't be finished because we need our ceramic furnace and our microelectronics factory for it to be working, because we don't have displays and no glass and no cobalts. The cobalt is the one we need. So yeah, that's for next episode, because we have to wrap it up right here. Well, we didn't do much today. We did do quite a lot actually, technically. Not on the base, but around the base. We found a lot of resources. Next time we go that way to hopefully find a cobalt boulder or something similar to cobalt underground, like in a vein. Would be great. But yeah, that's for next time. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a little bit boring compared to the others, I think, but that is part of the game. It's not always fun in games. It's sometimes a bit boring. That is the part of the fun. Sometimes you slow down in progress because yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe if you liked it, and otherwise just leave it. If you don't like it anyways, just remove it. You can always change your mind. It's free. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.